Let's the show start. All right, you guys, are you ready for some more?
Yes!
I thought I heard Mike say, oh yeah, no, he's good. Let me just set this right here. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. As was mentioned by Penny, this is our first time doing this, and hopefully we will have more. We'll just see what happens. I'm going to ask you if it's okay if I take my mask off. That way you can see my face and laugh at me even more, okay? Good, all right, I'll just leave it right here off to the side. Is that better? Great, oh yeah, put it back, I heard that. That's why I'm doing it. See, Halloween is when people dress up. Halloween is when I take and put my costume on because I leave the rest of it on the rest of the year. So let me get one thing out from back here. I know that you guys are all dressed up as imaginary people. Wow. Even those who are hiding out back over there, they're hiding behind the car. I see you, I see you. They're all here anyway. And I thought that we had the wolf endangerment, but she's over there. Now, what we're going to do is, this whole idea of the magic show is using your imagination. Just like you used your imagination for your costumes, we're going to use our imagination for what we're going to see here today. Now, I just found out this afternoon that there's one young man here who on his 6th birthday got a magic set. Is that right, Callum? Yeah. Callum, we're going to test to see if you're worthy of that magic set. Stand up where you're at. Just stay right there. Like I said, we're going to use our imagination. Imagine me being 6 years old, and Callum is going to be me when I was 6 years old. Callum, have you ever seen a magic show before? This is your first time, huh? Oh, I can remember when I was 6 and saw my first magic show. I was so excited. Hopefully we'll do the same thing. But Callum, I'm going to test you. But before I test you, I have to be honest with you. This container, I had to borrow it. It's not the one that I normally use. You see, the one I normally use, I left it in the house somewhere, and I can't find it. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find it. So when I went to the ice cream store earlier this afternoon to get my ice cream, I saw this behind the counter. They usually put their scoopers in there with water. I said, can I borrow that tonight? He said, yep. So I said, cool. So Callum, if you're going to use your imagination to pretend you're me at 6 years old, you have to understand you're going to have to like ice cream. Because I loved ice cream. Okay, you two, that's good. Now, when I borrowed this, not only did he put the ice cream in this container, but he left this scooper in there. Why he did that, I don't know. Let me set this, well, let me hold on to it for a second, because I got to get me just a piece of, well, really, it's a hat. They call them fezzes in the Middle East. This is a fez. It's a special hat. Tonight we're going to make it even more special by letting it hold my ice cream. So I need this container. So let me reach inside, pull my first scoop of ice cream out. I'll put it in the hat like so. That way it'll stay that way. As long as the hat doesn't fall over. If the hat falls over, I'm having milkshakes instead of ice cream. But anyway, Callum, I don't know about you, but I was only allowed to have one scoop. I used to sneak out and get 2. Okay, so, and I'm still that way today. So let me put the second scoop right in there. Oh, a little bit dirty in here. Let me set this down, Callum. And then, like I say, you're going to be me in this. Let me clean this up. Some of the ice cream melted, so I got to clean this up, Callum. Okay? That's cool? All right. Callum, if you're going to be me when I was 6, what you're going to do is you're going to copy what I do up here. Okay? You're going to do exactly the same thing. Can you come on this side of your circle? Good, right there. And you're going to do exactly as I do, except at one point, I'm going to ask you, hold on. You just freeze right there, okay? Now, here we go. Solid piece. Now, if you're going to be me, we have to do this in a theatrical presentation. And I spared no expense for you guys tonight. I brought in a 50-piece band. They're right behind my garage door over there. Yeah, they call themselves iPod. So that's what we're going to do. Are you ready, Callum? Like I say, you're going to have to follow me. We're going to strike up the band. We're going to get them going. What you do is exactly as I do, okay? Are you ready? Feet together. Hands by your side. I can't tell, but smile. Okay, good. Are you ready? Do as I do. Here we go. Ooh, that's pretty good, Calvin. Watch this one. No, the face. Look at the face. There we go. Oh, good. All right, Callum. Callum. Look at my arm. There, okay. Grab that. Hold on to it. Wait a minute. Throw yours up there. Whoa! You did it, Callum. Give a round of applause. You're worthy of that magic set. You can take a seat if you want. Very good. Go ahead, take a seat. Now, Callum is on his own adventure of magic, just like I was when I was 6. That's why I tried to put these lights on so you can see what I'm doing. What's he doing up there? He looks pretty funny just moving his arms around. Tell him you're going to be able to do this too. This is from my trick knee. Ah! Don't tell nobody. Oh, good. Put that in, maybe I should throw it out. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Just a minute, wait a minute, that was terrible. Disinfect, okay. That's nasty stuff. Oh, wait a minute. My hat. Ice cream's gone. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh well. Maybe I get a deposit. We'll get that instead. One more time. Callum, you did a great impersonation of me, so I will reach up and pull that for you. Okay? That, ladies and gentlemen, is our imagination. All right, Callum. Thank you for your assistance. You are ready for the big time, my friend. Let me just set that right there. I appreciate you guys coming out, dressing up. I have to let you in on a secret. We may call ourselves adults, but we're really kids at heart. The difference is, our toys are a little bit more expensive than yours, okay? So I decided, hey, why not just go ahead and be like everybody else and wear a costume. So that's what I said I will do tonight, just for you guys. But you have to understand, as an adult, wearing a costume is just not putting on something and walking outside with it. No. When you're an adult and you wear a costume, you have to be theatrics. You've got to put that drama into it. Let me put my hat up here and show you what I'm talking about, being an adult, putting on a costume. Are you ready? Here we go. As us adults, we do everything with automatics. Let me put this aside since I don't need it. But I'm leaving the costume on because now we're going to do something that I want it to be. I don't know how many of you have read the books or even have seen the movie yet. Have you seen Harry Potter? You see, I'm leaving this robe on because I don't know if you've seen that movie or read the books. They have a problem with that professor of the dark arts. They seem to always have to get a new one, so I'm going to try out as the professor of the dark arts. The thing about it is this. I've been to Hogwarts. Yeah. Well, maybe it's the extension, because it was in Orlando. But anyway, I was there. And I walked down Diagon Alley, and I came across the magic store. Way in the back. Nobody was going to this part of the magic store. Everything looked spooky. It wasn't clean very well either. That's where I found this fez. This little hat here had this block inside. Now this is called a die block. If you have two of these, it's called dice blocks. And then Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. But anyway, if you take this, I found that block inside the fez. But what intrigued me the most, there happened to be one little box that was way in the back. So I brought it out and I dusted it off. It had so much dust on there, I couldn't believe it. I said, this must be magical. How come nobody's getting this prop? So I asked the proprietor, sir, tell me a little bit about the box. And so he did. He says, the box has two lines in the front, but you open it up, you will see there's nothing in it. There's a solid wall made out of wood right there. And what you would do is you would close one door, turn the box so that way everybody can see there's no trap door here, and you reach over and you get the block. Put the block inside the box and close it up. Now what you do is you show the audience the block is inside, but this box, whatever goes in, disappears. All you have to do is a gesture and snap your finger, and the block disappears. I was so amazed. I had to just throw my hands up like that. I didn't know how it was done. So that's when he opened up the other side and said, hey, it's gone. I said, but how do you bring it back? He said, just tap 2 times on the top like that. And you can bring the block right back. I said, that's cool. Can I try it? And he said, sure, go ahead. Just make the magic gesture. I did. I snapped my fingers. I opened up the door. The block was gone. Oh, man. I was excited about the whole thing. I looked on. It was completely gone. I asked the gentleman behind the counter, how come nobody's buying this? He says, because people that do it aren't honest, it seems like. Nobody believes them when they say it's gone. You guys know me. At least you know me for about 15 minutes now. When I tell you the block is gone, it's truly gone. And I don't know where it went. I just made a gesture, snapped my fingers like that. It goes like this. And I can tell by your faces, you're not amazed. Okay, I'll tell you what. Since it's a blue moon, I will open up both doors and turn it around. All right, then you will see that the gesture just goes like this. You snap your fingers inside there, the block is gone. And I still don't know how it's done.
I don't know.
Judging by the looks on your faces, I still have some skeptics. Sorry, I did not bring any Listerine tonight for the anti-skeptics. But I will tell you what I'm going to do. I will leave both doors open, proving that this block is gone. And I'll turn the box around like so. As you can see, the block has vanished. But where could it have gone? That's the fez, because it never left the hat. And that's where I feel I got a blue light special right there. Thank you. That's what I like to hear. How did that block get over there? That's good. That's good. I don't know. If I knew, they would probably have to tell me that I can't do this anymore. Now, there's something that really bugs me, especially today. We're in the 22nd or 21st. I'm going ahead of myself. I'm going in the 21st century. We're in the 21st century. Wizards today, or magicians, illusionists, whatever they call themselves, feel that you have to have a card trick if you do a magic performance. So, even though I'm dressed up as a wizard of long ago, I brought my deck of cards. Now this is very simple, very easy to do. And I've noticed when I look around, I have another lady from Hogwarts. She's the witch sitting right over here, who turned her head around. Who, me? What? Would you do me a favor? Would you stand up? Okay. What's your name? Miley? Okay, Miley, in a loud voice, I'm going to have you say stop as I do this, okay? So let's practice that first. In a loud voice, like you're angry with somebody, say stop. Oh, I knew I had the right one there. Now, Miley, here's what I'm going to do. I will take the cards. Since I don't think you know how to shuffle without a table in front of you, and we don't want 52 pickup, okay? So I'll just take it like that. I would give it to Mike, but I don't know. He might take half the deck with me. So here's what I'll do. I'll cut the cards, just like that. Do you know one card from the other? You know how to play cards? Okay, good. So if I show you the cards, you'll know what it is. Great. Now, all you got to do, when I do that, you say stop as loud as you can so I can hear you. Okay, remember, I'm old, so you have to yell in my good ear. Okay, here we go. You ready? Oh, you have to be a little bit faster than that. Okay, are you ready? Here, get excited. Here we go. No. Oh no, I got to start. That's okay. It's okay. I know you're probably nervous like me, but that's okay. I'll slow down a little bit. Are you ready? Here we go. Right there. I'm going to take this card, which is the top card. I'll bring it to the top. Look at it. I'll show everybody else so they all may see it. If you've got extra or green vision, you can see in the dark. Okay? Now remember this card. I don't want to know what it is because I've seen this done before. So I'll just set it right here. I'm going to use a card case that I think Harry Potter would use. So I'm going to place your card inside the card case like that. All right? Now I'm not going to touch it. I will set it right there so everybody can see it. Now back in the olden days, when they used to have feasts, they would serve all of their desserts on little chafing dishes like this. You would have candy, or they would have fudge, brownies, things like that, or even cakes, and they would serve it on that. So we're going to see if we can make your card travel underneath into this chafing dish. Okay, let me set it right here. To do this, I have brought something that has not been seen in decades. Yet, if I can find it, there it is. I saw it. This, some of you may have never seen something like this. This is what we wizards and witches would call stirring up the magic apparatus. You see, because that's what it does. This is it right here. It mixes the magic with the air, stirring it up so that the magic can happen. So Miley, watch. Now this blue tip is for my own safety, because this thing starts to spin, there'll be a vortex going on over here, and all of that magic will be sent throughout the air that we're breathing And this keeps me from getting electrocuted because static electricity. So watch carefully. I'm going to spin it like that. I'll swing it towards you, bring it over here, bring it over the card case, and now over to the chafing dish. The magic should be scattered throughout. Now, Miley, here's the thing, Miley. Remember I asked you to say stop before? Now I'm going to ask you to say go, but not yet, on the count of 3, okay? When you say go, you point your finger to the case before you say it, and then you move your arm over to this chafing dish. And when you're doing this, you say go, okay? You've got such a strong voice. Let me stand over here. I don't want to get hit because you might be clear across the court here if I'm not careful. So are you ready? Point your finger. And 1, 2, 3. Oh! Let's see if you've done it. Working together, we might have made this happen. No car. You are halfway there. Let's see if you've caused it to travel over to this chafing dish. We open it up. There is a card. Quite interesting. What was the name of your card? Help out? 10 of hearts? Okay. 10 of hearts. Oh, there it is. 10 of hearts. She did it. A round of applause for my assistant over here. You may take your seat. Thank you very much. You are a good witch. You are doing it just right. Okay. She's got the voice and the look. All right. Now what we're going to do, I understand that many of you guys have not gone to an in-room classroom yet. Some of you may have gone to see a teacher, but you only met that teacher online. Well, I'm here to tell you, I'm your new substitute. I'm your substitute teacher in person. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you a question that is always asked of me after shows. They would say, Tamaka, what is the difference between magic and illusion? Or a magician and an illusionist. So that's what I wanted to share with you right now. And I'm going to do it using this newspaper. Okay? The illusionist is told that he will take this newspaper and what he will do is cut it into pieces. Now I want you to notice something. I'm using the Chronicle for a reason. Because as I thumb through, you'll see there's nothing in it, so you don't have to worry about a thing, all right? All we got to do is remember something from inside. So if you ever see it again, you'll know it's the paper. Now an illusionist, like I said, will tell you that he will tear the newspaper as he starts his program. Now it looks like he tears that newspaper. But it's only an illusion. He's not tearing anything. He's creating that illusion that he's actually taking and tearing the paper. He's not doing that at all. Matter of fact, he even tricks your ear because it sounds like that it's ripping right there. As you see the papers being ripped down by the illusionist, and he's not really ripping them, it looks like it's getting smaller. Now this particular illusion, though, you guys can do yourself. What you do with this illusion is something very special. What you have to do is, well, if you take your newspaper, go down to the corner. Stand down there and hold it out. We stay up here, we'll look at you. Your newspaper looks about this size. So that's how the illusionist fools you. You see, he's not really holding the newspaper except for farther back. That's why this newspaper looks so small. I'm holding it closer to me. So it looks real small. Now magic, on the other hand, Well, that's a different story. You see, when I was like Callum, I had to learn how to do this trick. So that's what I did. I even went so far to pick up the pieces, gather them up, keep them all together if I could, and then I said, I'm going to learn how to do that. You tear up the newspaper, you should be able to restore it, is what I was told. Well, my dad told me, he said, son, if you're going to do that, you better make sure that I've read that paper, because he loved to read his paper. Well, I said, okay. So we had a plan. If it was left on the chair, he had not read the paper yet, so don't touch it. But if it's on the table, he's read the newspaper. One day, I came home from school early. I ran into the door. I didn't see anybody in the house. I went into the living room, and sure enough, the newspaper was there on the table. So I grabbed it. I started tearing it up. I ripped it up to the point where I have this right here in my hand the same way, and guess who came through the door? My dad. And he said, son, I haven't read that paper yet. I said, what? I looked over at the kitchen. I didn't see my mom was in there. She came out, oh, I'm sorry, I put the newspaper in the wrong place. I should have put it in the chair. About that time, I looked at my dad, and his face was turning red. So I said, well, if there is magic, I sure hope it works. Sure enough, that's the difference between an illusion and magic. Because magic got me out of trouble. So that's how we see it, that's how we're going to look at it, and that's how it's going to be for everybody here. Oh, one more page, I forgot, right there. There we go. Now, again, thank you everybody. I hope you guys have a good time. Let's give a round of applause.